that's right.
What is going on in YouTube? It's your boy Chicken C. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat 2021. Yes, Mortal Kombat 2021. Not the old school one from the 90s, not the sequel to the old school one from 95, I think it was. Forgive me if that's wrong. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Them two were very terrible, by the way. But at the time, we accepted it because it was the 90s, and it was acceptable in the 90s. But anyways, yeah, so Mortal Kombat 2021. Now, before I even get into this, disclaimer. I initially wasn't going to review this film. I watched it on Saturday night, and ever since then I've just seen a flurry of reviewers pets. The pets fleas that they have. Everyone's reviewed this fucking film, so I was just like, you know what, maybe I should just hold out. But then I actually thought to myself, and I realized, you know what, like, I can still come across a new audience. There's something for everyone. And I know there are some beautiful souls out there who actually go on YouTube and look for the kind of lowest views of subjects that they want to watch. So, you know what, I thought, I've got you guys. I'm gonna do it for you.
My nigga.
It is a beat 'em up movie, so obviously you should go into it with very low expectancy. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I was more impressed than I thought I would be with the film. It really has its moments, but to say it's a good movie, that would be a bit of a stretch. It's decent. It's decent. Basically, if you fuck with Mortal Kombat, and if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll really like this. It has loads and loads of fan service, loads of nuances of kind of the stuff that they do in Mortal Kombat, whether it's character saying fatality, or someone being like flawless victory, or Kano wins. Like, there's stuff, loads of stuff like that kind of sprinkled in, which is quite cool. Me as a Mortal Kombat fan, I appreciated it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a couple years, but back in the day when it was on Sega, I think whatever else, I used to play it. I remember playing it at like my dad's house or something. You know, if you're a fan of the franchise, you'll like the film. If you're not a fan, hard to say, to be honest. It might just be another ball of cheese for you in that case. So I went in kind of blind, and I did it deliberately. I didn't watch any trailers, I didn't watch any previews, I didn't watch any glimpses. Every time I saw that shit on YouTube, I scrolled past fast. I didn't want to ruin it for me, because I feel like when we get new films, new stuff like that, by the time you've watched the trailer, you've read a couple comments, you've done a bit of an unintentional deep dive on something you're excited about, you've seen most of it, man. And so I thought, you know what, for Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna allow it. I'm just gonna sit back and hopefully I'll be a bit surprised, you know what I mean? And to my delight, I was. I enjoyed it. Now, you can tell that the director was a big fan of Mortal Kombat, just out of the way that he made this film. But there are some pacing issues. Like, for example, the start of the movie, first couple of minutes, like, they actually released that on YouTube anyway, but the first couple of minutes are so gritty, dude. Like, Scorpion and Sub-Zero's kind of backstory and why he wants revenge and shit. It's like very gritty. It's sick. And the way they kind of gassed us up from that start, you'd assume that the movie's gonna take that tone all the way through, and it's a shame that they didn't, because it feels like the first part of the movie and then the rest of the movie is made by two different people, and it's a shame, because I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just like after the start, the fights get a lot quicker. They get a lot quicker, and just everything seems to happen a lot faster. And it's like, I get that they're trying to fit in everyone's kind of story arcs and shit, and they're trying to tell this story, but like, how are you gonna, like, you know, tease us with such a great battle and then keep the other battles a bit shitty after that? It was, I don't know, I had a bit of an issue with that, to be honest. But for the most part, I wasn't too butthurt. The only thing I'm surprised that they didn't include was the kind of best friends and the kind of continue screen with the 10, 9, 8, 7. That would have really been breaking the fourth wall, but I get why they didn't. This film, like, it's a beat 'em up film, so there's gonna be some type of cheese, you know what I'm saying? So whether you fuck with your Gouda, your Red Leicester, your Blue Stilton, your mozzarella, your Parmesan, I can list a lot of cheeses, you know what I'm saying? But you'll like this if you like that kind of shit, I suppose. But it's cheesy, and it knows it's cheesy. It's fucking Mortal Kombat, it knows it, you know what I mean? Now, a beat 'em up film in 2021, it delivered for the most part. and it kind of gives me hope that they'll make a new Street Fighter that's not shit. I really hope, and maybe even a Tekken, because I think there is a real life action Tekken, but I don't think it's that good, otherwise I'd remember it. And Street Fighter, we both know the movie's pretty trash. Like 90s it was acceptable, but these standards is pretty trash. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of gives me hope for more video game films. Back to the pacing issues though, man. Like sometimes throughout watching the film you'd think to yourself, wow, that happened super duper fast, and then something else happens and it's like super duper slow. It's kind of all over the place. Bit annoying, to be honest, but you know, it is what it is. But just in terms of like character growth and development in this film, you feel like certain things happen a bit too fast. Maybe like they tune in with their powers a bit too fast. I don't know what it was, but like for me, I noticed that shit, and you know, I wanted to bring it up. It wasn't the biggest of problems and I wasn't like too butthurt by it, but it was noticeable. I won't even lie to you, man, it was fucking noticeable. And again, like I said, great fan service. There are some really good moments in this. Like if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll get couple nerd bonus, I ain't gonna lie. Like there's a part where, like, no spoilers, but like Liu Kang, he's getting into his groove, he does his like little super Liu Kang kick, and then the background music, the like it starts coming up and it's sick, yo. Like as a Mortal Kombat fan, you get gassed. It's quite cool. Like there's noticeable things like that in this film. Actually, like one of the villains, so Kano, guy with the laser eye, he's like super entertaining. Like I remember I was looking online and apparently a lot of his lines weren't even scripted. He kind of just sprinkled in his own little stuff, which is kind of cool because he made a lot of the scenes he were in. He stole the show. Like he's rude and vulgar, but you just can't help but like the guy because everyone else is so like, oh, I'm gonna save the world, dude, or like, you know, it's like everyone else is so like generic, and then this guy is just a fucking funny villain. Quite funny. Decent film, not amazing. Great fan service though if you like Mortal Kombat, and it kind of gives me hope for more fighting films. They need to make more shits like that, man. It'll be good. I'd love to see a Soul Calibur film. Even a Samurai Showdown film could work, I think, or maybe it's not as relevant as it was. But Soul Calibur, Tekken, and Street Fighter, they need updates, dude. But yeah, other than that, I don't have much more to say about it. It was good. It weren't amazing, it weren't shit, it was good, you know, but not everyone's gonna feel like that, you know. Like I can see it now. But yeah, I just thought I'd sprinkle my thoughts on that film. You know, I didn't want to miss out, man, and I was trying my best to stay away, but I thought fuck it, you know. And I'll see you guys next time.